Who in here is doing this part-time? You have another job. Okay. Who in here wants to do this full-time and make this their full-time deal? So a lot of people, right? So we have to plan around that. And many times, or I shouldn't say many times, sometimes we find that people will want to do this full-time, or they come in full-time and they quit their job, and then they find themselves not working as hard for themselves as they did for their employer or the person that they were working for before. I think that comes because of schedule and not having somebody tell you exactly what you need to do. Like, you own this, right? So taking ownership of your business. So the dialing and the phone calls is the job part of what we do. You can create passive income doing this on renewals, the Medicare side. We're going to get into some of that, building a business. You can create a business that creates passive income, so it's not based solely on your own ability to do all the work. In order to do that, we have to have a plan. We have to have a schedule. Like we said, there's a birth date, there's an end date, there's a dash in the middle. The dash is the time that we have, right? And what we do during that time. So in order to create a schedule, you need to know, in this business and in anything else you do, there are different activities, A, B, D, E's. Okay, A is the important stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Anyone else know what B is?
Less important, less.
That's good guess. These are things that we should do, but they're not as important as the A. If we have an A activity, like getting in this business, getting through that class fast because the state requires us to do it, let's do it, right? C activities, what are those? Does anybody know?
Couldn't do.
Yeah, they're things that would be nice to do, but if you've got these things, right, this does not supplant these things, okay? It's a C, come on. D is delegate. You have things in your life that you can delegate. We have things in our life that we delegate. We have never mowed the lawn in our house. How long have we had that house? 20?
Grass like 25.
It is. Weeds everywhere. 20 some years, neither one of us has ever mowed our grass because somebody else takes care of that. It's not our kids. Our kids have never mowed our grass either. Why? Because that takes time, right? So that's one thing. Laundry, whatever it is, delegate. Pending in your business, whatever you can give to someone else where you can focus your time on the A activities, that's what we need to do, right? Now, this is a progression, right? You might not be able to do that right away, but it's progression. If you've got A activities, making phone calls, running appointments, hiring an agent, those things are income producing activities that should be up here in your business. All right, not pending business, not answering emails, not all that stuff. Okay, tracking with me? All right, and then we have eliminate. Forgive my spelling, because I'm sure I spelled that wrong. Huh? Whatever. That's how I got through high school too. So there are things that we can eliminate too. Time wasters. We can all name some, right? Video games, I don't know. Facebook, Netflix, we all know those things. Things that kind of suck our time away. While we're building our business, if this is what we're gonna do, we have to, I'm not saying never do these things. What I'm saying is let's procrastinate on these things. Makes sense? Meaning, let's put them off so that we can focus on this. Okay? Tracking? Yep. Makes sense? All right. So you have to figure out what are the important things in your schedule that you need to do. We named a few, but in the days that we have, how many hours do we have in a week? 68. How'd you figure that out?
Listen to the call.
24 hours times 7 days. Okay, I just listened to the call and memorized it. Right. So we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It starts with an F, and Saturday, right?
Right.
And then we figure out what we need to do in those time blocks. 168 hours, we have sleeping time and everything else. Whatever things that are activities in your life, it could be personal too, all right? Take that and mark that out of your calendar. Like for Mike and I, Sunday, we go to church, okay? So we would mark that out. That's our time. If we were working a job, we would mark those days out. Let's say you're working, I'm gonna talk full-time, just because a lot of people wanna do this full-time. But if you have a job where you're working 40 hours a week, you need to block that time out, right? Because you gotta go to that job. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So we've got calls that we do. It talks about attend all meetings. We have some training calls that we do every week that are important calls to attend. They are meetings, okay? So get that in your head. What does that mean? In here it says, and Andy's made millions of dollars, so I guess he would know. He says, attend all meetings before running appointments. Okay, that doesn't mean every meeting that goes on in the US you need to attend, but these calls we need to attend. What you all know what times they are?
Wednesday, 12:30.
Wednesday at 12:30,
Friday, 10 a.m.
Friday at 10 a.m. All right, now we're in the middle of that, because we're doing the boot camp. There's one at 1 o'clock on Thursday. Okay, so we block those times out because those are where we get our mind right, so we can do that, right? We got to get our mind right. Okay, so that's where we do that, and we learn from the best. And then whatever time you have left over, we figure out when can we make phone calls. For us, what we teach, if you're full time, you can work your schedule however you like. But what we do is we have a Zoom that we do where everyone hops on and you can listen to people making phone calls. Who in here has listened to that? Okay, a lot of people. Has it been helpful?
Yes.
We call it a open mic dialer. Has it been helpful, Robert, to you? An open mic dialer where you can listen to Chris or some other people on there making phone. Tad, we need to get you on there making phone calls. Would you do that for us?
Sure.
Okay. And you can learn from those people at the same time as you're making phone calls. So you can hear them dial. The goal is not to sit there and listen to them dial. The goal is to learn what they're saying. And then you make some dials and some phone calls to schedule, and then peek back in if you need to, whatever. It's not to sit there and listen to people dial for 4 hours, okay? But anyway, and then we dial and we run appointments on Tuesday. So this is dialing, and you've been doing this, Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
For how long?
Full time, I think 3 years.
3 years.
Mhm.
Is this your schedule?
Mhm.
So you dial for Monday,
Set appointments Tuesday, Wednesday, dial on Thursday, set appointments Friday, Saturday.
dial again here, and then set appointments for Friday and Saturday. Now, if you say, I don't want to do that much, don't do that much, okay?
Calm down.
Everybody just calm down, right? We're gonna try, many times we want it now, like we want instant, we want to set those. How many do you set on your dial day for Tuesday, Wednesday?
I'm trying to set between 8 and 10.
8
every
and
day.
10 every day, so 16 within that time
16
frame.
to 20.
16 to 20. Did you do that right away, like your first dial session? Were you able?
Yes.
You were able to do
No.
that? All right, so everybody calm down. We work up to that with the consistent effort that we put in, okay? So that's the key here, all right? But I only have a minute here, but the key for you, like what is your homework? Hopefully you can understand this. And then we have recruiting timeframes. You can, once you get better, it's not going to take you as long to make as many phone calls. Did it used to take you, Chris, how long to make 20 appointments? Did it take you 4 hours, or did you dial longer throughout the day? Or
I mean, it's taken all day.
it's
before.
taken all day
Sure,
before.
Sure, yeah,
But whatever, you're committed to these X amount of appointments.
that's right.
The thing that you can control is this part and how you get better on your skills. Massive action will create the skills that you need. Many times we want the skills before we take massive action. It's the reverse. Massive action with coaching and guidance will get you the skills faster. So let's not do the reverse. So get through those dials as fast as possible so that you can get the coaching along the way to get the appointments that you need. The homework for you is, what are the important activities that I need to do? I got you. Thank you. And then what are some of the things that I can delegate or hold off on or eliminate completely? Okay, that's homework for all of us. Quite frankly, it's homework for me too.